Okay. Now it appears we are on the verge of Libra. So let me lay some cards for one of my favorite signs. Can you guess why? And we'll see what's coming up in this next maybe 12 months or so. So here we go. Last little shuffle. First card down. Ooh, Ace of Discs. What does that mean? It means lots of new beginnings and stuff. So just want you to know if you're looking for that new house, there could be a good opportunity. So keep your eyes peeled. And the other is new career. This is a new beginnings. Let me show you. Okay. And aces are always about gifts. Let's see if I can put it where there's no more glare on it. Pretty good card. New beginnings, gifts. Okay. What might be the obstacle? Well, part of it is not wanting, Libras are perpetually youthful. It doesn't matter if they're 94 or 4. This is telling me that you're going to be reaching out for some new things that you might not quite feel ready for. It's because you feel like you're still the baby in it. And it's saying, no, go ahead, stretch. See if you can make this happen for you in rather a short period of time. So this is a good thing. Keep that youthful spirit though, because that's what's going to encourage you to take the next step and the next step and the next step. So these are fitting together, new opportunities and feeling like you're going to be stretching. Okay. This is a 9 that we're in right now. So when we scroll around toward December, so we'll be hitting a 1, which coincides with that particular card. There'll be new beginnings with the new year, not just accidental ones, but some significant ones. And it tells me that the choices will be yours, so you're not going to be forced to do it. It says, but be mindful of what your choices repercussions are going to be. All right. So that's one of the things that we want to look for, because we have another card here, which happens to be a major arcana. It says you're going to change your perspective on what it means to take a maybe take time to reflect on these new opportunities that are coming to you, because this is telling me you're going to have the choice to do these things. So it's, like I said, not forced on you, but it's a choice. 2 here is always about an option. Last year was a year for you to recuperate. Maybe you did some resting or tried to rest anyway. And there's a health card there. So you may have done some things that have led to a change in your health regime. So this is a good thing to push you forward into the new year. And yeah, and the cards are saying that's exactly where you're supposed to be. Because look, Bull Child, new beginnings. You've got that Ace of Discs, which tells me there's going to be good opportunities offered. And this is telling me you're going to feel free to take them. Another major arcana card. And those of you that are interested in being pregnant, being mindful of that, because that's also a card that can indicate high fertility. So just be mindful, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, we've got a Piscean card that's coming in here that wants to be recognized. And that's usually about manifesting your dreams. Piscean people are great dreamers. They're not always encouraged to act upon things, but they definitely are imaginative enough. I have a friend who's a Pisces, God knows I love her, and she was working on her master's program, and she was writing her thesis. And I said, well, I can help you, I can do the mundane things like run the printer and things like that. And she's like, oh yeah, come on over. I've got some things that you'd probably help me with that I don't need to take my time to do. So, and what that was to actually write the chapters of her thesis. And I printed out the first couple and I said, okay, where's the third? And she's like, oh, I haven't written it yet. So go ahead with the 7th one and then and that totally represented my thoughts on what it was to be a Pisces. I have Pisces in my chart, so I can say these things. And that is that you don't always go sequentially, but you get all the information that you need. Okay. So that's telling me that you may have new opportunities, but don't get all hung up in like, well, I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't happen that way for you because you get inspiration and you need to act upon it to get you to the next step. Okay. Does look like there's going to be opportunities for financial advancement. This is a little squirrel, so there's enough money. Can you see a little squirrel? I got this thing about squirrels. I actually happen to love squirrel animals, not necessarily squirrel people, but squirrel animals. Saying that you're going to have enough money to squirrel away. Sweet, right? So you earn the money, enjoy the money, and squirrel some away. Perfect, perfect. Those of you that have I don't know whether you've even considered this, but this is telling me that you have the ability to write. So maybe you have an epiphany with that Piscean cards, like I have a thought here, I need to get this down. I want you to write it down and make a document that you can perpetuate. So it's going to be carried over into the next year, into the next year. It may end up being a book that you're writing, okay? So you start it next year. That's your year of lots of beginnings. That's the baby, this little baby here, don't be afraid of making mistakes, just do it anyway. And this is telling me the universe is going to be with you on that. They're going to follow you around and they're going to give you opportunities. This is a good chance to do the impossible. That's another thing that Piscean people do. They don't have to have um, somebody giving them permission. They just go ahead and do it. Okay. So you're going to have those opportunities. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards in the spread, which is encouraging you to move forward. They're being pushed into certain directions. So just go with the flow. Could be a very interesting year. So bottom of the deck is don't be afraid of naysayers. These are people that's like, oh, you can't do that, can't do this. And you're like, thanks for keeping me safe, but I think I'll do it anyway. Okay. All right. And when you do, then let me know because I want to hear about it too. All righty, you guys. Looks like a good year. You got opportunities. These are choices that you're going to be able to make. So God bless you and move forward with confidence and with enjoyment because it looks like it could be a fun year on top of everything else too. So talk to you soon, you guys. Love my Libras. Talk to you soon.